Hey, so for some reason this camera wasn't working. I think it was trying to open up my camera on my laptop, and I'm not trying to use that camera because I don't like it because it's not clear. I'm trying to use this one just because I prefer this one better. I actually made a couple videos on my phone because this camera wasn't working, and it's kind of cool looking on my phone. I'll show you. Maybe I'll upload a clip or something about. I have a lot to talk about. It's just gonna be a chill. It's Mother's Day today, so earlier I went to church. I'll show you a little sample of what I was doing on my phone. Hold on. Here. See, I was making a video. That is because I'm looking at myself on the screen rather than looking at that camera, which is awkward to look at. It's like the bottom of I think it looks cool in black and white, and it looks very artsy. Maybe I'll post it. Whatever. Because this one is kind of like, whatever. I was wearing a hat. I'll wear my hat. My good old hat. There's like something on it. Yeah. Let's get that off. Is it a cat hair? I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's a cat hair. Okay. Finally, right? Like I said, I'm drinking some of my beer that I buy because it's cheap and it's decent. So it's Sunday. I don't work tomorrow. I start work Tuesday. So I don't have nothing going for me. So I'm gonna chill out tonight and just relax because why not? Okay. So let's see. Mike is here. He's in the other room, and I know it's clothes that I'm on my futon. I don't really use this futon except to put clothes on it when I wash my clothes. But I'm sitting here now because Mike's in the other room, and he's watching Rogue One, and I'm just in here chilling. I'm gonna make a video and talk about things and just hang out. So let's see. Yeah, today I went to church, and then then we went to Cracker Barrel, and now I'm just here. So what's going on, guys? How was your weekend? This weekend has been pretty bad. It's been raining. It was raining today and raining yesterday. And I just want nice weather, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I wanted to put on some makeup because I'm making a video. So I started putting on makeup, then I'm just like, I really don't feel like putting any more makeup because it's such a pain to take off. Like, I don't sleep in my makeup, so I have to take off my makeup, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't feel like doing that. So I'm taking that hat off. I'm gonna wear this one. I didn't feel like putting on, like, because I like wearing makeup. I don't really wear makeup too much because I don't really go anywhere that people are gonna actually see me wear makeup, and I don't really care about having strangers see me wear makeup. And if I go out, I'm gonna go out to a bar, which I never go to, or somewhere where I want to look good. This is all weird. I've had this hat literally since the 80s. It's all weird and misshaped. I used to have a bunch of pins on it. Yeah, I'm a child of the 80s. I love that era, don't you? Like, the 80s, it's just like this magical time that nothing can recreate it. Like, those feelings that you got, you're never gonna get those anymore. Like, that was a time. Anyways, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about something that irritated me a little bit. But yeah, I didn't feel like putting on all this makeup because I didn't feel like taking it off. So I put on a little bit of makeup, but I just put on a Jeffree Star thing. I need to get more lipsticks from him. Those things that are like velvet style, whatever. And I also put on some eyeshadow and eyeliner and eyebrows. And that's it. I mean, I like to wear makeup and stuff, but I don't really wear makeup. Oh yeah, I said if I go out and I want to look good, then yeah, but I don't go out really, so I'm not really doing my hair or my makeup or nothing like that. So I like to do that stuff. I just don't. I don't know. Anyways, let me have another sip of this. I'm like, I know I look so weird when I'm like that. Don't mind me. I don't know how else to drink from a can. Like, you know, I'm not gonna use a straw, so my neck is like real, like tense. I don't know. Anyways, to tell you the truth, the way my phone was recording this with black and white was actually making it look a little bit neater. It's okay though. Like I said, don't mind that pile of clothes. It's just clothes, t-shirts, that's all I wear, underwear. Ooh. Yeah, so whatever. Okay. So I'm in this group called Mandela Effect, and pretty much everybody in that group is really, like, I kind of was researching about the Mandela Effect, but I kind of got over it because I was just like thinking people are really obsessing over it. I mean, I was like that too the first time I found out about it, but I feel like a lot of people kind of think everything is a Mandela effect, and I don't think everything is a Mandela effect. And people in that group, they kind of like they try to explain how it is with all this stuff, like the double slit experiment, stuff like that, you know, quantum physics, which is good. I mean, you know, I read about it and stuff. I've read about it all. But I'm glad that people are so enthusiastic about talking about it, because there's really nobody to talk about this kind of stuff with, so it's interesting to see people talking about it in a group. So I'm not going to complain. I'm just saying I think a lot of people do kind of go overboard with it, but they seem to say everybody has their own personal experience with it or whatever. I don't know either. Personally, I've had a couple experiences myself. I mean, I know recently when I just, you know, I was watching a lot of videos, and Mike, oh my gosh, I don't even want him here. So I watched a lot of videos on it, and I remember seeing one saying it's no longer Houston, we have a problem, and I remember that specifically, unless the video said it's no longer Houston, we've had a problem, because it's not that. But I remember the video saying it's no longer Houston, we had a problem, and I watched the video and I was like, okay, well maybe people thought it said Houston, we had in the movie, mind you, not what the astronaut said, but what Tom Hanks actually said in the movie, because the video I just saw a couple months ago was him. It said he doesn't say we had a problem, Houston, we had a problem, and it actually said Houston, like in front of it, and then it changed to we've had a problem, Houston, we've had a problem. But that was one that I just experienced very recently, that I know I saw that video, and now now it's back to Houston, we have a problem. So I really am like, I just saw a video saying it's Houston, Tom Hanks said Houston, we've had a problem. So that's personal to me, because I saw proof of it, and now it's all scrubbed from the internet, and now the movie no longer says what it did 2 months ago. I also found an article. This is so embarrassing because hold on. I'm back. It was embarrassing because like I'm talking and Mike snores. Like he has sleep apnea, so he snores like really loud, and I didn't want it to get in my video because it's like embarrassing. It is. Like I was saying, I was talking about the Mandela effect and this and that, and about the group, about how people are so enthusiastic, which is great because, like, you know, it's good to see a little bit of enthusiasm. Not only that, people from the group, well, from this group, I noticed that they don't like people's comments, so they're not really the friendliest bunch. They're actually, they remind me of, like, people that are a little psychotic or, just kidding. They just remind me of people who, are kind of crazy, like from the targeted individual group on Facebook. I'm just doing something with my hair, I don't know. The targeted individual group on Facebook, people are freaking crazy. I didn't like put this in us. Do you hear that? That's like embarrassing, and I don't like, he comes over and we're trying to watch a movie and he's snoring out like loud, like those really annoying, and all he does is sleep. Like, I want to find somebody who doesn't sleep all the time, and he's not like some old man. Like, he's like young, but he just has a problem, you know. Whatever. Anyways, I'm just rambling, but this is one of my ramble videos, so it doesn't really matter. And I didn't put eye mascara on or fake eyelashes. I always say that, don't I? But people in that group aren't very friendly. Nobody really likes anyone's comments or does any feedback or anything like that. It's just like, this is weird. I haven't really related, but I like discussion, and I like discussion about things like that. I've always wanted to have some kind of, should I shut this fan off after 12 minutes? But then we're going to hear Mike. Well, you could hear me, and I could hear myself talk without hearing a muffled sound. I keep that on when I'm sleeping because I can't sleep with complete silence. I need to hear white noise. You know what I mean? So, like, the people from the group, I'm not gonna do this anymore if he's gonna go. Why is he sleeping? It's like 7:45. He didn't work today. Even when I had to wake up early, I didn't sleep for half the day. I mean, most of the day. Like, I would take a nap. I didn't even take a nap today. I woke up at 8:30 after going to sleep. I don't know what time I went to sleep. Do you hear that? I wish he would leave. Not to sound rude, but just go home. Like, whatever, just go. I want to find a guy that's like has energy and can stay and do things. He doesn't want to do anything ever. Like, we don't do anything. I don't know. I hate talking about him, but whatever. Anyways, here's another person I'm going to talk about, which is, like I was saying about the group and the Mandela effect group. Somebody started talking about Home Depot, okay? Because Home Depot is supposedly, Home Depot is Mandela effect. I remember too, I always thought it was Home Depot. Like, I just thought it was called Home Depot. Who's going to call it the Home Depot? Like, do you remember calling it the Home Depot? And even if you live in the United States, not Canada, I'm talking about the United States. I'm from New Jersey. I never called it the Home Depot. And I don't really recall seeing signs that said the Home Depot. I mean, I'm very observant, so I don't think this observancy just started. I think I've had it for a while, because when I was a little girl, I used to call it Berenstain Bears. Like, if I saw it say with an A, I would call it Berenstain, but I always called it Berenstein. And I pronounce things the way they were written, so I don't think I'd be seeing an A and saying Berenstein. I mean, I was a little kid, so who knows, but like I see this, it's I pronounce it Yingling, but if you are you gonna pronounce it Youngling? What if the whole thing is Youngling? My friend on Facebook, she always she's weird. she says she says for all you younglings, like she calls the young people younglings. It's not, who the heck calls it a youngling? It's a youngin or a younging. I'm like, every time she says that, I'm like, youngling? You mean a yinling? Sure, I'll take one. Cause it's just, yeah, youngling for all you younglings. I'm like very can't get into talking really because I know he's in there, and I get so like not nervous, but I guess it is nervous. I get like so worried that I'm like when I'm trying to watch a movie or something and he comes in here to sleep in my room, I'm so like um on edge because I feel like I'm gonna miss a part, and and that happened before when I used to live with him. I'd be watching a movie or something, and all of a sudden he'd get silent, and when he gets silent, I'd get upset, like worried, because I know any second now is gonna be the loudest like snore, and I'm not gonna be able to hear what was on the TV, and you know. So right now I'm afraid that I'm gonna be talking and he's gonna interrupt me with this. Oh, it's just so annoying. And I'm trying to get to the point because I feel like I'm rambling and this is not gonna be a good video. And I end up deleting, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but whenever I do a video when I'm drinking, I end up deleting it the next day because I'm like, I don't know if I want to have it up on. I just heard him. This is almost 20 minutes, and what did I really say? Nothing. Anyways. I want to lower that TV too. It's so loud. I don't want to hear a movie on. I want to just hear my voice so I can focus on what I'm trying to say. It's distracting me. Like, it's just too loud. I guess this is how a house sounds. There's always going to be loud sounds of Star Wars movies in the next room, which actually makes homes cozy, right? Today was Mother's Day, and they're talking to all the moms, like all the mothers and all the wives. And I was kind of upset, like it was not the preacher, it was the preacher's wife, Sandy. Be right back. Alright, so if you hear someone snoring, just my son's off. Just don't worry about it. It's Mike. Whatever. Like, I'd rather just be at my house by myself. If he's sleeping, then just go home and sleep. You know? That's what I have to say about that. Anyways. So yeah, like I was saying, I was at church. This is a really rambling video. So I really commend you if you're sitting there and watching and listening to me talk about whatever it is I'm trying to talk about. And also keep in mind, I'm very distracted. I can't hold. I said why I'm distracted, but it's fine. So, I was at church, and it was about Mother's Day, so of course she was talking about mothers and the like. So, you know, it's distracting. The minutes on this is distracting. It's almost 20 minutes, and I feel like I didn't say anything specific or particular. I just rambled on, and it don't make sense. Look, it's Betty Boop. Yeah, so anyways, I don't have this batteries in here, so I'd get annoyed if I woke up to this though. Right? Yeah, the preacher's wife was talking about excuse me. People, she even said, if you're divorced, da da da. Actually, she said, if you're a mom, blah blah blah, you have your expectations of what you want from your kids, but that never pans out, and that's not your plan, it's God's plan. And she said stuff like, if you're divorced, don't bring anyone. I thought she was gonna say something like, don't let it bring you down, but instead she made it seem like all divorced people were nags. She's like, you don't have to make everybody else feel terrible. And I'm like, whoa. To the divorced mamas, instead of saying you have kids yet you're divorced and you're taking care of your kids, then good for you. She said, don't rain on anyone else's parade, basically. She didn't really say anything to the people that are single, that's never been married, and don't have kids like me. And I'm like, dude, listen, just because I'm a female and what, am I supposed to have kids? Am I supposed to have been married? That's something I want to talk about. Okay, so that's going to be a subject right now. Let me finish this beer and I'm going to grab another one. We're going to talk about that. I feel like me going like that is hurting my neck or something. Yeah, let me finish what I'm saying. I'll be right back.